Hello there. Sorry, I had a moment of a technical glitch. Um, I am always getting texts and emails off people, and one thing that seems to be very typical is that you talk to me, and because I'm doing the same with you, I'm talking to you. I think it's very funny. There's moms who shout out hello in the morning, and I get feedback as we move, outrage, incredulity, laughter. Um, yeah, I'm really loving this community of people that we're connected. There's that sense of the feel of all of us moving together, and then there's the comments and the texts I get as well. So today we're going to be moving the cat pose in every direction. And so, yeah, listen, go slowly and listen deeply to your spine. We'll warm into it. We'll be changing directions and you just hear your spine this morning or this evening. So great, come, let's move. I've done everything, yes, I have. Come. So come lie on your back. And so your knees are bent and your feet are flat on the floor. And then just draw your lower back down and flatten into the floor. And arch and really deepen the breath as we do this. So the breath will be really smooth and steady throughout the whole series of movements because the breath will keep us in our bodies and it'll keep us soft. So flattening down and arching, flattening down and arching. Nice. So just rock your knees from side to side. Just have a sense of sensing into the way the sides of your body move. How does your belly feel? Your sacrum, your rib cage? How do your knees and your feet respond to this movement? Nice. And then pushing your feet down and roll up along your spine. And just hear the connection to wellness that you're creating right now. You're not forcing, you're listening. So that attitude of inquiry or adventure, you're going to continue it on through the whole class and really keep yourself light and joyful in the movements. So as you move, how would you move with joy? How would you move with kindness? How would you embody a sense of spaciousness right now? Nice. And descend all the way down. Walk your feet until your feet are touching, your ankles are touching. And then cross your right thigh over the top of the left. And then do the pelvic tilt here. So slowly arching into your lower back and then flattening down. So what has changed? So for me, there's more sensation across the right buttock. And then when I flatten down, there's this really deep squeeze through my inner thighs. So arching and then flattening down, squeeze. And it naturally happens. I don't have to work on squeezing. The shape that has changed in my body will create these different engagements. Both feet to the floor, other side. Cross the left thigh over the top of the right. And then flattening down and arching. Flattening down and arching. Nice. One more time. Flattening down. Feel that length through the left buttock and then that squeeze through the inner thighs. Nice. Both feet to the floor. So lift your right foot up and bring your right ankle to rest on top of the left knee. And then draw your right knee away and then gently and slowly, because this will really increase the sensations that you're going to feel, arch into the lower back and flatten down. And notice suddenly that there's a lot more happening in that right hip and there's a lot more happening in the right buttock. So really be joyful and inquiring. So rather than being, oh no, I've got, so really be light into the sensations of how do I soften this? And with movement, how do I soften and deepen and create a sense of stability or safety in this range of motion? Nice. Lower your foot to the floor, other side. Bring your left ankle to rest on top of the right knee. My hands are resting on my belly, I like that. And then create the movement. Your left knee will move away from you so that you're lengthening into the inner thigh, and then arch and flatten. Breath, where is it? How is your breath right now? How does that deepen? Is this side easier or harder than the other side? Is this side smoother or crunchier? Nice. Bring both feet to the floor. And then drop both knees wide so the soles of your feet are together. Your knees are wide and falling outwards. And then from here, flatten your lower back down. Your knees will lift slightly. And then arching, breathing into your belly the whole time. So flattening down and then arching. Here, the inner thighs, the deep belly, the lower back. Just feel and be soft with them. Nice. And then flatten your lower back down and bring your arms wide and out into a T. And then close the book over towards the right. So lift the left knee up and close it down over towards the right. And then let your left foot glide up to the right knee, and then left knee up towards your right shoulder. And just glide from foot towards the shoulder a few times, just really hearing that glide. Side of the body, softening into the hips, into the rib cage. Nice. And then bring your right foot to left foot to tap your right foot. So let your toe touch your toes. And then bring your left foot to tap your right knee. Tap. And then foot. And then knee. And then maybe you travel a bit more towards the left. Your right leg is glued to the floor. And maybe your toe taps a little bit more over towards the right. So how far can you tap with your foot, keeping that right leg really steady on the floor? Again, go really slowly, breathing softly, joyfully. How would you really hear the beauty of the possibilities of the movements of you? Nice. Come all the way back to center, both knees wide. Close your knees over towards the left, and then glide your right knee up. So your knee glides up towards your left shoulder, and then foot to foot, up towards your shoulder, foot to foot, shoulder, and foot to foot. And then let your knee lift a little bit so that your toes are tapping your foot, and then let your toes tap your knee. Foot, knee, and maybe you travel a bit more towards the right. Keep your left thigh glued to the floor, and then maybe you travel a bit more towards the left. And just hear that. Feel the journey of the toe tap in one direction. Deepen your breath. How would you synchronize your breath with this movement? One more time. Nice. Soles of your feet together. Bring your knees so they're up, and then roll all the way over and come into your downward dog. So just coming all the way up. Your hands are on the floor. You're stretching back into your downward dog and just create length through your body. So my hands are solid and steady. My feet are secure on the floor. And then lift up onto your toes and then straighten your legs long. Really feel like you're super, super long in your legs. And then draw your belly up towards your spine and then lift your rib cage up a little bit more. And often I call this elephant because you have to imagine that an elephant is trying to pass beneath you and you have to get super high away from the floor to let that elephant pass. Bend your knees, draw your bum back towards your heels, and then straighten your legs, super long legs, pushing down into your hands. Like how would you lift everything as high away from the floor as you can? Bend your knees. Nice. And then walk forward to the front of your mat, slowly rolling up. Wow, we stood up. It's always an epic adventure when we stand up. So hands to your hips, and then squeeze your bum and draw your hips forward. So there should feel like a slight pressure through the front of your hips. And then arch your back, stick your bum out, really sway back into your bum. Tilt your pelvis forward, and then arch your back. Nice. So we're going to do a pelvic tilt through kind of a semi-sun salutation. So reach your arms wide, bring your palms together looking up, and then tuck your pelvis forward, and then arch your lower back. Feel the whole of your body. Tuck your pelvis forward, and then arch your lower back. Nice. Slowly rounding down, come all the way down, hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Bend your knees enough that you can round your back a little bit. And then arch your back a little bit. There's not much movement here, but the intention is there. Rounding your back like you're trying to lift your belly off your thighs. Arching your back. Nice. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest, look forward. Round your back. Arch your back. One more time. Around your back. Arch your back. Nice. Hands to the floor. Step your right leg back into a lunge. I like being up on my fingertips here. Round your back. Arch your back. You can look forward and downwards if you want. Round your back. Arch your back. Drop your right knee to the floor. Reverse backwards. Bring your hands to your front thigh. And really push down. Have a sense of solidness with your thigh. Round your back. Look towards your navel. Arch your back. Maybe look upwards. Depending on your balance. The more your head moves, the wobblier you get. Round your back. And arch your back. Bring your right hand to the floor. Turn your chest towards the left. Round your back. Arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. Both hands to the floor. Walk your left foot a little bit towards the left. And then we're back to this one. We would do this at the beginning. Stretch out through the front leg. Bend your front knee. So really lean into the deep of your hips and your pelvis. And now we're stretching. Mobilizing. Listening. Connecting. Nice. Round your back. Come forward. Round your back. Arch your back. Has this changed since the first day? Round your back. Arch your back. Lift your back knee. Step forward. Bring your feet together, slowly rolling up. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Left side. Round your back. Arch your back. Feel your whole body moving. Round your back. Arch your back. Come all the way down. Hands to the floor. Bend your knees enough that you can imagine lifting your belly off your thighs. Arch your back. Rounding. Arching. Nice. Hands to your shins. Lifting. Right. Arching. Rounding. Arching. Step back with your left foot. Up on your fingertips. Finding your breath. Really hear the deep of you as you arch, as you round. Drop your knee to the floor. Right, both hands on your thigh, rounding. Feel the push of your hands into your thigh helps you round, arching. Rounding. Arching. Bring your left hand to the floor. Twist towards the right. Rounding. Arching. For me here, it's more into the chest than the pelvis that I can move. And then both hands to the floor. Rock forward. Rock backwards. Rock forwards. Backwards. Rock forwards. Round your back. Arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. Nice. Straighten through the back leg. Just turn so that both toes are facing towards the right side of your mat. And just bend one knee. Bend the other knee. And just travel from one side to the other. Just hearing that in the deep of your hips, your legs. your belly. Nice. And then walk your feet towards each other. Drop your knees down. Come sit on your bum with your legs long in front of you. How cool. Nice. We stood up. It's always such an adventure when we move from one plane to another. So bring your soles of your feet so they're maybe around 6 inches apart. And then bring your right foot to stand. So I'm leaning over towards the left buttock and my right buttock is lifted off the floor. And then lean forward and then lean back enough that your right buttock lands on the floor. So lean forward. So my right hand is reaching forward. My left hand is a little bit behind me. And I'm listening to my right bum. So right bum lifting, right bum landing. Right bum lifting, landing. And just hear that. That sense of the movement is happening from the bum lifting and the whole body rocking forward. We move as a unit. And there's that sense of all the different parts of us are recruited in to assist. Nice. And then bring your hands either side of your knees. Have your right hand a little bit forward. You'll find the place for your hands. And now you're going to try and actually lift your bum a little bit more and then drop it. So my left bum is also lifting this time. Left bum lifts a little bit more. My knee stays on the floor though. Sometimes it's nice to rock. So bring the right bum to the floor. Lift. Right bum to the floor. Lift. One more time. Bum to the floor. Lift. Just pause there. And lowering down. Other side. Bring your left foot to stand. Drop the right knee out to the side. Bring your right hand to the floor beside you. And then reach. And then drop your left bum to the floor. Just hear that. There's a full rocking of the pelvis happening here. Reach. Left bum to the floor. Reach. Left bum to the floor. One more time. Reach. Left bum to the floor. So bring your two hands somewhere near the right knee. You'll find the distance for you. And then for me, always momentum helps. So bum to the floor and then lift your right bum off the floor. Momentum. You can do it without momentum. So you're sitting and then you just lift. Without momentum, you have to use your muscles a little bit more. Momentum creates its own velocity. So just rocking forward and backwards without momentum is where you keep both hands on the floor and you lift. And then just pause on the lift. You probably can't hear it, but Chico's here snoring beside me. Maybe you can hear it. Lowering down. Stretch both legs out long, roll into your wrists. Just bring your feet wide as you can go. And then just bring your right hand behind you and dive with the left hand down towards the right foot. And then bring your left hand behind you, dive towards the left foot with the right hand. And just lean or stretch or lengthen into the arm that's reaching. So for me, I always have a sound that emerges. I go, meow. Just feel the side of your body lengthening. So we're just easing out all the different movements we created. And just gliding from one side to the other. You can make it as you like. You can really feel the grace and elegance of you as you move. Nice. Come all the way back to center. Bend your knees. Either you can come land on your back if you wish, and rest on your back, or come into a child's pose. Just coming down and walk your hands out as far forward as feels comfortable. And then drop your head down towards the floor. And feel like your bum is settling down towards your heels. And every time you breathe, there's this stretching into the skin of the lower back. There's a deeper connection into the rib cage at the back of the body, or even the
You can hear and feel the pressure into your belly. Noticing the movement of you. And slowly coming up. It's very interesting lately. I've been really thinking about those hope molecules that we were looking at, that we're still looking at. And so it's really changed how I feel in the day. So at different stages, when I feel a bit of a slump, I go, So instead of believing the slump, I go, what could I do? How could I move my body that I would feel connected and in me again? Or like, yeah, just me again. And so finding that I'm doing little moments of movement in my day throughout the day that are keeping me connected and well. So just noticing you as you think of movement creates wellness and it changes the hormonal balance in our body. How would you in your day almost like I'm going to say self-medicate or self-regulate in your day with that idea? Um, nice, guys. I will see you all tomorrow for another wonderful morning of yoga. And great. I hope you're all well. And yeah, nice. So I will see you all tomorrow.